These are the chine tapes, all installed. They're 2-inch fiberglass tapes, tabbing over all of these chine seams, covered in peel ply at the moment. That's to just keep them smooth and nice so that they can be easily blended in and covered with epoxy later so that they basically disappear. So I've installed all of these today. I pre-cut all the tape yesterday and the peel ply, so it was all ready to go, laid out. I wet all the tapes out on a piece of plastic and brought them to the boat and installed them. It's pretty much how I always fiberglass. Certainly was the way to go here. I started at the bow on the port side and worked aft, and then switched and did the starboard side. I tilted the boat on its side to make access easier. Not that exciting, but it's an important structural step to the boat. I'm excited to have it done. It's quite a bit of work. I'll pull all this peel ply and clean it up once it's cured. Up here at the bottom of the stem, the lower piece, when I did the first piece, I cut the peel ply back because the piece on the other side actually overlaps it. So that way I could put the second piece in over the first piece of tabbing. If the peel ply had been there, it would have been a problem. Just fiberglassing. I don't know really what more to say about it. Every seam is taped. They all overlap up onto the fillets a small amount. And little pieces of peel ply for the ends. I don't know what else to say, but there's the taped chine fillets. Taped chines, whatever. Next time I'll show you what it looks like once the peel ply comes off. It'll look a lot better. Peel ply makes it look a little messy at the moment. The white edges, and kind of looks like I missed spots, but it's not the case. We'll see tomorrow when I pull it all off. So I don't own anything to hold a camera, but I'm going to stick this down here. See if I can't film pulling up a piece of this peel ply. Pulling up the peel ply here. So after pulling the peel ply and a couple hours sanding by hand, here's the tabbing. Cleaned up pretty well. There's a couple coats of epoxy at least that go over everything when all is said and done. That happens later in the project, but that's going to really blend this all in. Really won't notice the tabbing at all. Of course, everything forward of that bulkhead, the mid bulkhead, will not be visible in the finished boat. But I sanded by hand and with a block as needed, just to clean up the edges and lightly scuff the top of it. And it all came out pretty well. The fillets and so forth that I touched up are looking pretty good. We'll see how they look a little bit later. I might touch up one or two areas again if it needs it, just for looks. Just on this side, everything forward of this bulkhead, I'm done. It all looks good and it's smooth enough and it's never going to be visible. Again, I'm not sure what else to say, except this is just what it looks like. Peel ply was a little tough to pull up because I didn't have a lot of dry peel ply at the edges to get a grip. So getting it started could be a little tough, but it wasn't bad. That's another reason why I'd like it to be wider if I were doing this again. Wider strips would leave more on the edges that would stay dry, and then you have something to grab. Again, I sanded those fillets that I touched up around the dagger board and the gussets. Everything's looking pretty good. And that's where we stand on the chines at the moment. The next steps are going to involve those upper chines. There's a couple steps there to clean those up, and they also get glassed and right over the gunnels as well. So that'll be coming up. But this is the major structural component of the inside of the hull, now complete. Bulkhead, gussets, and chine tabbing.